On Sunday night, September 10, 2023, Hurricane Daniel hit the Libyan coast, causing torrential rains and flash floods, leading to the collapse of two dams that swept away buildings and destroyed nearly a quarter of the eastern port city of Derna. Hurricane Daniel originally formed in Greece on September 4, 2023. It caused strong winds, heavy rain, flooding, and deaths in Greece, Turkey, and Bulgaria before crossing the Mediterranean. The storm hit Libya a few days later, causing flooding along its eastern coast, with Benghazi, Beida, and Derna being the worst affected. The death total is estimated at 5,500 people. 10,000 people are reported missing and over 30,000 people have been displaced. With the Mediterranean Sea to the north of the country and 90% of the country being desert, Libya is highly vulnerable to extreme climate change. Libya is bordered by Tunisia to the northwest, Bulgaria to the southwest, Niger to the south-southeast, Chad to the south, Sudan to the southeast, Egypt to the east, and the Mediterranean Sea to the north. Libya is the fourth largest country in Africa and the 17th largest country in the world, with an area of 1,759,540 km². Despite Libya's size, most of its territory is permanently uninhabitable Sahara Desert, so most of Libya's population lives around the Mediterranean Sea coast in the north, where the climate is cooler than the hot desert interior. With a population of 6.9 million, major cities such as Tripoli, Benghazi, Misrata, and Sirte are the main population centers in the country, with the majority of their population being Muslim. As can be observed on a physical map of Libya, much of the country is barren and features flat to undulating plains, plateaus, and depression. Several highlands dot the Libyan landscape, such as the Jabal Akhtar mountain located in the eastern region of Libya, close to the Mediterranean coast. These mountains also have many fertile valleys and fruit plantations. Then there's the Jabal Nafisa mountain located in the southwestern Libya near the border with Tunisia. In the region of this mountain, there are water source and historical places. There are also the Tibesti mountain in the southwest, although these mountains are mostly in the country of Chad. If you look on the map, there's a large area that appears grayish. This is the location of the Al-Haraj mountain. The region covers about 45,000 km² and is a volcanic area known for its volcanoes and sand basins. The Al-Haraj mountain consists of around 150 volcanoes, although not all of them are active. One of the largest volcanoes in the mountains is Mount Haraj, which is a large sealed volcano with a deep crater. Moving to the south, there's the Wau Annamus volcanoes, which is still part of the Sahara Desert and is one of the most remote locations in the world. Wau Annamus has a large crater with a diameter of 18 kilometers. As the name implies, the Wau Annamus crater has a shape similar to a fly's eye. Although there are many mountains in Libya, as Mingyo explained it earlier, it doesn't mean that these mountains are green and cool, because they are located in the desert. Of course, the average is hot and dry. Plants and wildlife reflect the arid conditions. Hyenas, phoenix foxes, wolves, and gazelles roam the desert, and snakes, including vipers, slithers around the country. Fortunately, although most of the Libya is desert, the country still has a coastline. Libya has the longest Mediterranean coastline at around 1,770 kilometers and is home to many unspoiled beaches. Some land near the Libyan coast support native forests of pine, juniper, and cypress. Libya's coastline is also home to several rare species of wildlife, such as the loggerhead turtle and the Egyptian tortoise. The region is arid, making it difficult for Libya to access water. There is no permanent rivers in Libya, but water can flow underground and sometimes seeps above ground into dry riverbeds called wadis. When it rains, the wadis will turn into a river. Although wadis are very useful, they can also become dangerous during heavy rains in the higher mountainous region. Heavy rains can cause sudden flooding in wadis, which can endanger human and animal lives and damage infrastructure as happened on September 8, 2023. To access the water under the desert, Libya built many largest artificial rivers and underground pipelines that deliver clean water to the cities. The largest artificial river is the Geographical artificial river, which was built starting in 1984 during the reign of Muammar Gaddafi. The project utilized the water resource under the Sahara Desert to deliver water through large channels to the agricultural and urban areas of Libya. The creation of the river involved the excavation and construction of a massive aqueduct system. Upon its completion in 1991, the river became the largest permanently flowing water source in Libya. However, this artificial river project have been the subject of debate with regards to the environmental impact and a long-term economic viability, especially in a context of global climate change and the sustainable management of water resource. Despite how arid the water scarce, Libya is the country has vast natural resources. Libya has the largest petroleum reserve in Africa and one of the largest in the world. There is also natural gas, which one of the commodities that Libya exports. Libya also has another natural resource as a phosphate, salt, gypsum, limestone, and other minerals. However, the development and exploitation of this resource is still limited. Similarly, the industrial sector in Libya is limited and under development. This is largely related to the dependence on the oil and gas sector. Agriculture in Libya is also limited as most of the country is barren Sahara Desert. However, there are some oasis areas that support agriculture, especially in the Vizen region in the southwest. Libya's economy has experienced a difficult period due to political instability and conflict, especially after the Libyan revolution in 2011. The new government formed after the revolution struggled to maintain stability and recover key economic sectors such as oil and gas. However, Libya's economic recovery journey remained tough and challenging. The prolonged conflict has caused damage to Libya's infrastructure, including roads, ports, and other facilities. This has disrupted transportation and distribution of economic resources. The recent flash floods will undoubtedly add to the weakness of the Libyan economy, as well as evidence of the government inattention to infrastructure in Libya. It is reported that the dams in Libya have not been checked for almost decades. Hopefully, this incident will make the Libyan government more aware of the safety of its population.